Well, I was working for an investment firm up in Santa Fe, and always have been a diligent, hard worker, and my work ethics are pretty strong. And it started by, the more money I made, the more I spent, and the more money I thought I was going to make, the more I spent. It was basically spending God's money foolishly. I was traveling pretty extensively, 45 weeks out of the 52 weeks in the year, spending lonely nights in the hotel room, and when you're all lubed up on a bunch of alcohol, your mind starts to work and starts to wander, and I became very lustful. And at that point in time was spending a lot of times in the clubs. And I started to drink pretty heavily, and not just a beer here and a beer there. It was multiple beers every single night. Was acting pretty foolishly while I was separated away from my family. My reputation and my character has always been pretty high standards, but in this case, my reputation and my character were two different things. They weren't parallel together. I became angry, and I became angry at the people who loved me dearly. I was fighting the wrong enemy at that time. So I had the alcohol and the lust. Those are just multiple symptoms of my problem, and a lot of it was pride in who I was. Me and my coworkers were meeting with clients in New York City for the week, and we had planned a baseball outing, which started with alcohol. And while attending the game, we progressed throughout the day of heavily drinking. I don't remember how much I drank that night. The guys wanted to go to a club, and there was something tugging on me during this whole time, leading up to the trip to New York, and I think it kind of hit me while I was there. And I said no. I said, I'm not going. I stumbled back to the hotel and went into the room and I went to bed, just crashed. Didn't change clothes, didn't get my pajamas on, didn't do anything, left my contacts in. I just went straight to bed. And I woke up in a pool of my own vomit. Because I was angry at God for putting me into this predicament that I was in, and I was blame shifting. I wasn't taking responsibility for my own actions. I called my wife and said, I'm done. I can't do this no more. I'm an alcoholic. I've spent thousands of dollars on alcohol and going to clubs, and I can't do this no more. But I still questioned God at that time. Why is God doing this to me? And didn't realize that, I'm a result of my own actions, and it was my decision to do what I was doing. When I was talking to my wife, I asked, well, why is God tempting me? And my wife said that the Bible says that God doesn't tempt you. It's Satan, the evil one, is the one that's tempting. He's responsible for all the pride and all the lust, all the alcohol, pointing off to the world that, no, it's okay. He wants you to act like the fool. He wants you to be foolish before him.